Should we be training when we are sick? Hey, everybody, I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. And I'm going to give my opinion as a coach, someone who works with a lot of lifters, who has a responsibility to those lifters to keep them on point, to keep them healthy, to give them the best advice. So this is going to be one of those topics to where I'm going to discuss this as a coach and how I handle people who get sick who are paying me for results instead of just whatever internet bravado people want to discuss. So we're going to look at it from that perspective. Now, up front, we got to ask the question, because people are like, should I train or should I go to the gym? Well, those are two different things, aren't they? Because something that we have to think about first and foremost is not being a dick. So if you're talking about going to a gym, that means you're going to be around other people. That means you're going to be around people who may have their own health issues. How many elderly people do you see at gyms and other people with different issues who are going to the gym just to stay alive and add years to their life? They're not there chasing gains. You have to think about first and foremost, and I shouldn't even have to say this, but so many people get narcissistic about this, and especially influencers. That they're not even thinking about the fact that you may be exposing yourself and whatever diseases that you have that may be contagious to, people who do not have the best health and immune system. And you have to think about that. That's simply part of being a responsible human being. Okay, so I do want to get that out of the way. You need to think about, well, I have the flu. Well, if you've got the flu, going to a big crowded community gym, not a good idea. And in fact, let's not even talk about the crowded. People say, well, the midday, isn't that midday, that early morning? That's when you really see the elderly people and other stuff are in there. In most gyms, that's where you see that crowd. So that's just as bad, if not worse. Because it's one thing to spread your flu to a bunch of healthy people. It's a whole other thing to spread it to, again, older people who are possibly at risk. Okay? Just don't, right? Step back and ask the question first of how sick are you, and is it something that's contagious? One thing, if you had a bad night, you ate some bad food, you got an upset stomach, okay? Because of something you ate, all right, that's not contagious. But if you have some sort of airborne virus, and that's why you're sick, again, flu is a perfect example. No, it's probably not cool to be going to gyms. And the people who say, well, I only care about my gains, well, that's going to be the second part of this anyways. If you cared about your gains, you wouldn't go to the gym either. Okay? And I've seen people who get up and do this and they make a bravado about it, or they go to the gym sick, and they go to the public gym and put it up. All right? Like Sam Sulek. All right? Could we go so far as to say that maybe he's not a very good human being? And I don't want to make that statement over a single instance like that, because again, that's maybe an unfair judgment. But he did do that and made a video on it. He had that dog in him. That's what he said. All right, well, getting other people sick. Again, immaturity, narcissism. Getting other people sick. All right, but let's talk about the gains. Are your numbers going to be compromised? And first of all, that's the question you have to ask in terms of your gains. When you go to the gym, is your performance compromised? If you are sick enough that you are losing meaningful numbers of reps or strength, that's a problem. In other words, if you were so sick that a weight that you could normally do 3 sets of 10 with, you're struggling to do 6 or 7 reps on the first set with it, maybe even 8 reps. You're struggling. Are you really going to get a good workout? Like, is anybody looking at that and saying, well, if my normal 3x10, I can only get 6 to 8 reps and then I'm failing? Do you really think that that is a good workout? right? We only grow from the training that we recover from. And if you're not able to perform like that, you're clearly not recovered. Your recovery ability is compromised by whatever it is that you have. Okay, whether it's, again, a viral infection that is this created fatigue and your body is using resources, taking resources away from your training and lifting recovery and putting them towards your immune system to fight it off. Or let's say you ate something that was, bad, problem. You have some GI tract distress, diarrhea, vomiting, whatever. Well, you're dehydrated. You have loss of nutrition, you have dehydration, loss of electrolytes. Your performance and your recovery are both compromised. That is not a good time to go to the gym. Okay? Does anyone out there think that you are actually gaining muscle from that workout? People say, well, perceived exertion. Yeah, that whole perceived exertion thing is complete horse crap. Right? Because if you're under recovered, like if your workout sucks because you're under recovered, you didn't get enough sleep, or you're too tired or overtrained, it doesn't matter what your perceived exertion is, you're still not reaching the highest threshold motor units. You're still not getting quality training. So you can perceive it as a 10 on the RPE scale all day long, but if it's a performance of a 7 because you're under recovered or sick, it's a garbage workout. It is a garbage workout. It's nothing but junk volume. You wasted your time. Now, that being said, if you're dealing with something that is compromising your immune system, and your immune system is the reason, do you really think you should be deviating resources away from it? No, don't go to the gym, go to bed. If you were so sick that you can't get an optimal workout in, then the worst thing you can do is recover. Go sleep. Get some fluids, get some electrolytes, get some carbohydrates, get some quality nutrition in, and spend that time sleeping. Get over whatever illness you have. Don't delay recovery because you're going to go in and train and exert yourself when you could be using that to recover faster, be healthier, heal, and get back in and actually have some good workouts. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.